the biggest pump in crypto history, followed by the biggest crash in crypto history. Today, guys, we're going to expand upon what we've been talking about in the last few videos. Let's jump on into it. So it's your boy, Jordan Cameron, back with another video today. We got Bitcoin continuing to bounce off our 50 moving average band. And today we're going to look a little bit more zoomed in and try to figure out, when could we see that explosive move where Bitcoin and the crypto asset class follow that global liquidity rise to the upside that we saw a few months ago, right? With a little bit of lag. So today we're going to look into that. So as always, let's jump on into it. So what I want to focus on a little bit more today is trying to figure out the when. Now, the when in markets is always the hardest, right? It's always, we can always have some type of thesis that we look at the charts and we say, okay, we think that something like this will play out. We think that we are going to see the big fifth wave rise to the upside, followed by the biggest crash in crypto history. But it's hard to know when, right? So I kind of dig deep and, no, not too deep, but just kind of looking at the last rise that we had for Bitcoin and the altcoin market, and seeing if we can use our stablecoin dominance chart, which we do believe is in a wake-off accumulation phase, a bigger range forming here on the stablecoin dominance, which is basically the inverse of the total market cap chart, right? Where our stablecoin dominance chart goes down, what we expect is our cryptocurrencies to go up, right? Inversely correlated. So what I wanted to look at today is I wanted to zoom in a little bit and just look at the sort of trend line, the upwards trend that the stablecoin dominance chart has been forming over the course of really the pullback that crypto has seen. So if you look over here in about middle of January, we did start to form this uptrend on the stablecoin dominance. But we have come up into this major resistance, which we've been talking about, this 8 to 9% resistance level. And we've been discussing that each of our major times that we've seen this 8 to 9% resistance on the stablecoin dominance, right over here in January 2022, we kind of front ran it here in 2021, right over here in 2023, right over here in 2024, and once again, right over here. We can see each time we saw that, we did see significant decreases. And what I believe is forming, and we've talked about this a few times, is a bigger wake-off accumulation range where we have a range that's formed between this 4% bottom and this 8% top, where we formed two lows, and we're looking for that final big push to low on stablecoin dominance, which would inversely mean that we're looking for another high coming on the crypto market in general, okay? We're going to jump on into this a little bit deeper, but I wanted to zoom in a little bit. You guys can see that we've been forming this uptrend on stablecoin dominance over the course of really 2025, right? Really the last 3-4 months, we've been creating this uptrend. You guys can see that we are currently coming down to test it again. Now, I wanted to go look the last time we had sort of one of these trend lines, and was at the start of a rally when we did break that. So if we actually look right over here, we can see that back in about mid 2024, when Bitcoin and crypto was in this correction over here in 2024. What you'll notice is stablecoin dominance was in this uptrend. Okay, very similar to what we're seeing. Our current pullback, and stablecoin dominance has been in this uptrend. Okay, now I want to look at the point where it broke down last time. Okay, and you can see right over here in about October of 2024, we did see that firmly break down for the first time on a daily close. All right, if we just kind of look at it like this, we can see that we got a daily close below here in October, late October 2024. Now, where were we for Bitcoin in late October of 2024? Well, if you actually go back and look, late October of 2024, we were actually kind of up in this region, already bouncing off that 50-week moving average band. Now, if you look at where we are now, you guys can see we've already kind of came away from that 50 moving average band, which we've discussed has typically been the lows for Bitcoin throughout each of these pullback periods. This 50 moving average band has been the lows. You can see that we've been pushing away from that 50 moving average band, just like we did in 2023, 2024. So are we at the point, right, yet, and we don't know yet, where we are going to see this break to the downside? And you can say from this point where we broke it to the downside and really failed to get back above over here throughout October, it was really after that point in November where we saw that big push down and Bitcoin had this big rally into November and December. Okay. Stablecoin dominance breaks down, big rally into November and December, or a big push down on stablecoin dominance. So here we are again, having this uptrend on the stablecoin dominance chart. Is it ready to break to the downside? And this is what I'm watching. If we do see this over the course of the next days to weeks, break to the downside, that's going to be where I am very confident in the short term that we're about to see this move. Now, I've said many, many times, you've had to be patient. You've had to be very, very patient throughout this period, just like you've had to be patient here. But I think this is the thing that I'm watching. A breakdown on stablecoin dominance, just like we saw back over here in October and November, would be the play where this breaks down, maybe comes up and retests. This would be the play. Breakdown on stablecoin dominance is obviously going to be what gets total market cap to what I believe, and I've said this many, many times, even though it doesn't seem too realistic right now, and never does when you get these pullbacks, guys. Whenever you get these pullbacks in the crypto market, big moves up never seem realistic. And whenever you get the big moves up in the crypto market, big pullbacks never seem realistic. This is typical crypto 101, okay? The total market cap chart at its 50-week moving average, just like it was over here in 2023, just like it was over here in 2024, both these times, extreme fear, extreme boredness in the market. Where are we now? 50-week moving average, extreme fear, extreme boredness in the market. Okay? And I've said this many, many times. In the short term, breakdown on stablecoin dominance would be the trigger of me being a little bit more confident in the short term of this move starting. But nevertheless, I am firmly entrenched in the idea that we are about to see the biggest push up in crypto history, up to this 4236 Fibonacci level, where everyone and their mother, everyone and their grandma will start saying crypto will change the world. And I do believe the move has already started. Can we come down and test the 50-week moving average again at about 2.61 trillion? We're currently at 2.8 trillion. Absolutely, we can come back down and form some type of double bottom. But nevertheless, I do believe that this 50-week moving average will mark somewhere near the low of the total market cap chart before we push up to that $10 trillion point for the crypto total market cap, before the biggest collapse that we'll see, which people will call the dot-com bubble 2.0, but will be the crypto bubble 2.0. Because everyone and their grandma will believe in crypto. Everyone and their grandma will believe in altcoins up here at this 10 trillion point. And that's when the smart money will be taking profits. The smart money will be exiting positions. The smart money will be dollar cost averaging out of the market and not into the market. Okay. So how can we go along with this? How can we expand this? Right? It's all fine and dandy. Right? It's all fine and dandy. We've talked about many different reasons why I believe this will happen in each video. Okay, we've talked about when we'd be more confident that's going to start in the exact short term, a breakdown on stablecoin dominance. But we've also seen global liquidity move up. Bitcoin has not followed global liquidity just yet. We've seen Bitcoin at its 50-week moving average, which has been the pullback target for each of these pullbacks. We've seen total market cap back down to its 50-week moving average in all these targets. We saw the previous bull market from high to low, 4236 extension. Right here. I don't know why it's on there twice, but 4236 extension. 4236 extension comes, and I don't think this is a coincidence, guys. I think this is how it's going to personally play out, is if we connect that January 2018 high to the May 2021 high, which also perfectly connects with the November 2021 high. Why does that come in exactly at the 4236 Fibonacci, exactly at a psychological level of $10 trillion? Why is it that much of a coincidence right there? And I've said this. I do believe that this push up, Bitcoin will also go higher. But I also believe that this push up will be very heavy altcoin driven because people have been beaten up. People have been pushed down. People have been bullied out of their altcoin positions. There is no average Joe that is interested in the altcoin market now. They've been told that Bitcoin is the only one. And I do believe Bitcoin should be your biggest holding as a long-term investor in crypto. Bitcoin should be your biggest holding, if not your only long-term holding. But if we're talking about where we are in the cycle, the average Joe has been beaten up and bullied. Any type of altcoin holder has been beaten up and bullied, and no one's in this space anymore unless you're a hardcore crypto senor or senorita. All right? No one's in this space. So what will get us there, I think, is a lot of altcoin moves will get us up to this 10 trillion point. And it will come from the fact that we have, crypto regulations, pro-crypto administration, a lot of, an ability for these projects to actually go out and do something, which they haven't been able to do in the US. Just an amazing opportunity this year. And what I'm going to be watching for in the short term to get this party really started, even though some coins have been starting to move up, guys. If you haven't noticed, some of my favorite coins have already started to move up. CRV has already moved up from this low point, 75% from its low. Crow, from this low, has already moved up 70%. Right? So you're already starting to see these moves up. You don't really notice it, but they're starting a little bit. And you look around the market, and I'm not going to name individual coins, and it's not that I like these coins, but many of the coins that we discussed that are at bear market lows, like Polkadot, right? Where each time they come to these lows, you see big moves. A lot of people writing off stuff right where they bounced before. Polkadot. What else is at that point, right? Stuff like Rose. Stuff like, if I could find one. You guys get the point though, right? I'm not going to go through all the charts. I mainly want to stick to the total market cap chart because I do believe that is the most important. But I do, once again, guys, think that we're going through a choppy period right now. We're going through that period where people are getting beaten down. It's the time capitulation period. I think we've gone through the price capitulation. The time capitulation is what's going to get people. But I look around and I'm already starting to see some of the coins that I really, really like already starting to move off the lows, and opportunities that people wish they had, 2 months ago that people didn't take advantage of this time. I think there's going to be a lot of regret again that people didn't take advantage of these, 60, 70, 80% discounts on altcoins back down to bare lows. I think there's going to be more regrets that people didn't take advantage of that. So once again, we're going to continue to update this. I'm not going to talk about something new every video because really my thesis is this. This is my thesis right here, guys. This massive wave 5 that blows everyone's socks off, sucks everyone back into the crypto market, because right now it's really OGs and Bitcoin maxis. That's really all that's here. It's OGs and Bitcoin maxis. That's the only people that are in the crypto market right now. A big wave 5 to get everyone and their mother sucked back into the market before the dot-com bubble 2.0. Where only the strong survive. And then we start again. Another 15-year cycle. All right. So, guys, I could sit here and talk about this all day, but there is many things to look forward to this year. And some coins already come off the lows. Doesn't mean that they have to go straight up, but I think we have a lot of confluence right now with global liquidity should be pushing Bitcoin up right around this time. Okay, we marked off the end of March. Here we are at the end of March for global liquidity. Stablecoin dominance hit the biggest resistance. Maybe it makes one more high, but we're looking for this to be resistance. We get stablecoin dominance moving down, and we also have global liquidity moving up. That is the recipe to get total market cap up to this 10 trillion point, guys. All right, so that's the video today. Not much new to add, but I just want to continue to hammer home the point that I do believe that we're going to start to see some of these moves, and you're already starting to see a lot of these coins up 70% off the lows, almost 2x off the lows on some of these coins. I do believe you're going to see these moves fast, and by the time where the regular public even notices it, a lot of these coins I think are going to be up 2, 3, 4x off the lows. So let's get it. Catch you guys in the next video. It's your boy Jordan Cameron. If you like today's video, smack that like button. Let's get up to 1,000 likes on today's video. That really, really helps. Appreciate you guys. Once again, we'll be back on live streams when the market gets a little bit more fun. Right now, there's just not enough to talk about for live streams, but I'm going to continue to make these videos, update, and when I believe that we start getting this move up, you're going to see me come back. And you're going to have all the trolls say, oh, Jordan's back because the market's going up. Yes, I will come back when the market starts going up. It's not really going down right now. It's just going sideways, right? So, yes, when the market gets hot, I will be back for the live streams. Right now, there's not much to add, but continue to watch these videos and you'll understand my thoughts. I do believe this market is going significantly higher this year. Significantly higher this year. So I'll be back in the next video, guys. Much love. Peace out. Later.